Beat It AT, what up? Beat It AT, what up? Beat It
What is going on, my brodies? It is Andrew Rapier here at Beat It AT Production and Publishing, bringing you guys a brand new YouTube video. In this YouTube video, I will be breaking down on how to make a Lil Baby and Gunna type beat. I'm gonna go ahead real quick and just play the beat breakdown of what we're doing. I'm gonna just do the intro, chorus, and verse. I'm gonna play it back, and then I'm gonna go into each part. We'll work ourselves just through the beat, so starting from the intro, going all the way through there. And yeah, I believe just the verses are copy and paste with some minor changes, but I'm gonna go ahead and play the beat so you guys see what we're working with.
Beat It AT, what up? Beat It AT, what up?
So that's the beat that I'll be breaking down for you guys. I don't know about you guys, but I could definitely hear Lil Baby and Gunna on this beat. So it's kind of like that drip harder style guitar, Quay, Turbo. Was it Turbo? No, I don't know. They got a lot of different producers that kind of produce for them. Who is the one guy that always does it? I forgot his name. Oh well. Not Quay, but the other guy. You all know, Wheezy. That's his name. And if you guys want this beat, let me know, and then I can go ahead and upload it and put it in the description and comment section for you guys. So let's go ahead and look into that intro real quick. So looking at the intro, so I'm actually, for the first pattern in the intro, I'm using Cthulhu, which creates chords off of a picked chord progression, or scale would be the better phrase, I guess. And I'm using 127 BPM and E minor, and a little cheat code, I guess you guys could say, would be if I wanted to make a sold out dates type of beat, or whatever song you may desire, figure out the key and figure out the BPM. Now, I'm not telling you to recreate the whole, like, you know, the same chord progression, the same key and all that. Maybe, you know, change the BPM, but doing those two things will allow you to kind of, like, if you pick the key and the BPM of the song, more than likely you'll stumble upon creating a beat very similar to that style. So I can't remember exactly what song it was, but I picked E minor in 127 BPM because it was very similar to a Lil Baby or Gunna beat that has already been done before. But I obviously wanted to add my own twist to it. So in Cthulhu, all you do is pick different keys and it'll create that chord. And so I have it going to 1 in the miscellaneous, or no, not the miscellaneous, but in the wrapper settings. And what that means is it outputs whatever picked chords in here. So this would be the chords, the highlighted notes. And it then sends it over to the desired place. Now, in this case, this is an input of 1, and it's Omnisphere, and it's the classic nylon guitar. Now, if we go over to the mixer, I have it going to the guitar rig, gross beat, and parametric EQ. Guitar rig is VST, effects VST, which simulates various guitar amps and rigs using compressors, amplifiers, cabinets, and other effects. And then after that, I have a gross beat effect, which is a stutter effect. And with that stutter effect, it kind of adds this like almost like a strumming effect. So if I play it real quick. So you kind of get the vibe. Whereas if I disabled it, it adds more energy with that stutter. Which we could just do multiple chords too. But I feel like that stutter has like this other swing to it. So moving on, because that was it for that part. In here I added, let's just stay on this part. So if I disabled expand and I just did this. So Cthulhu is sending the chords over to Omnisphere, so there isn't any notes in Omnisphere, so I can actually draw in some notes I wanted in here and it would still play them. So I just put in a couple E notes. So that's just for some really basic, just adding a little upper melody. Now up here I got expand and I did some layering, which you guys could see and simulate. Kalimba, the shakunchi, I don't know how to say that, but and then the soft panpipes. So if we play that. So I got a decapitator, gross beat, reverb, and radiator. Decapitator is just kind of like a distortion plugin. Gross beat, what do we got? Just one of my presets. Reverb, and then radiator, which is kind of like a bit crusher. So then after that, I used one of my risers. Then we got my tag. Now into the chorus. If you guys want to get the drums I used, go to beatitat.com. I'll put the link in the description as well. I post YouTube videos, beat videos, beats, learning material, and a whole lot more over at beatitat.com. So I always recommend you guys go in there. Alright, so if we pull up pattern 1, this is what we got in pattern 1. Alright, so we pretty much went over all of these melodies except this one. So let's pull up this. It's just a long sustaining flute. really basic, just to add a little bit of ambience. And then basic little hi-hat, as you guys can see. Here's a crash. So let's go ahead and get some of. So this is with some of the main drums. The hi-hat is from Hit Play's Skyline drum kit. The crash and clap are from my free drum kit, the Atlanta drum kit. All of these percussions, anything with SK is from Skyline drum kit from Hit Plays, which is Hit Plays. So if we turn on the percussions for you guys. So it's kind of like a bounce. So we have some more. Now with the kick. With the kick, I always do like an EQ and then a sound goodizer after it. Sound goodizer is just a maximizing wetness knob, which goes over different compressor, multi-band compressor, maximizer settings. I only do it for the kick just because it has a good sound outcome. I know it's not meant for the kick, but I don't really use it on my master other than like a little bit of saturation, like how you guys see right there. That's for my master. On my kick, this is what it's like on my kick. So so then with the 808, so it's really important that your 808 just kind of like adds, like isn't too much, but it isn't boring where it's just on one note. I mean, sometimes the one note thing works. So if we turn on all the drums, and it just all comes to life when you have that guitar chord playing with the main melody. So it's like that all the way out throughout the whole chorus, except I do that it wouldn't be like one bar, it'd be like half a bar cut, just so it adds like a bounce. And because of the gross beat, the reason why I also use the gross beat is because it's time based. So even if I cut it right there, it's still operating on a time scale. So technically that's why like that guitar sound comes back into play even though we cut it out. So you'll see what I mean. You see, it normally wouldn't do that if we were just building the chords all the way out, like pressing them. But that gross beat kind of does a little extra right there, which you guys may not want, but I tend to like it, so I use it. Alright, so going into pattern 4. So really I just kind of kept it simple. I cut out the chorus melodies. The easiest way to create these chorus or hooks is by having the most of your sounds in there, because that's going to be the most exciting part and usually has some more less lyrical content. And the reason why the chorus has less lyrical content is the artist is repeating, trying to keep a simple, concise message that is repetitive, that gets in your head. Because if that song gets in your head and it's repetitive, then it means more streams for them, and what more streams for them means more money for them. So, as well as like just a catchy song in which people spread. So. So for this one, the only difference between that one is I didn't have this impact, I believe. I think that was the only difference if I'm looking over at it. Yes, over here I just have this impact, which is going to be in my next upcoming drum kit, AT Smash drum kit, as well as many other sounds, obviously, but figured to let you guys know. So we just repeat pattern 4 and pattern 5 again, keeping it simple. Then in pattern 2 we introduce something new. So I just add the new top melody. I also do get rid of some snares. So it's really the main difference that we got in this pattern and that pattern is me removing a couple percussive elements like snares and such, as well as adding that those top E notes on that guitar. And then over here I just don't have that impact. On this one I have the impact, so that impact effects come in there, there, and there, every other one. And then so we go back into the chorus with that reverse, and then we come over into verse 2. And so what I did there was just grab this pattern over here, and I just cut it after one bar, because you know two little segments were in double time, so it's technically in one bar. Besides the point. And then I bring it back into pattern 4, so it kind of like has that no drums, and then goes into drums. So that's cool, and we just keep it simple, and we ride along, and then boom, outro. So it's a pretty simple beat. It's really, a lot of it's just loop elements, but it's not about creating sometimes like the most orchestrated, unique body of work. It's about creating a piece of music or composition in which it allows the artist to fully express themselves and create a hit record from. So hopefully like a simple and basic track like this can allow an artist to shine and create a catchy melody that will have listeners repeating the song, which would then, you know, boost popularity, boost streams, make the artist successful, and put money in both our pockets, so we can then create more music like this and such. So hopefully this video was beneficial. If you guys ever want the drum kits, they're down below. If you guys want this beat, let me know. Leave it in the comments and I'll shoot you guys the link. What else? Hopefully this video wasn't as laggy and problematic as past videos. I changed software, so I don't use OBS anymore. Thank God. More videos like this. And tell me if you guys like the breakdowns, the tutorials. I feel like the breakdowns, it will allow me to really teach you guys more because I'm not focusing on making the beat. However, probably making the beat with you guys is maybe the most helpful, but I think doing videos like this might be just better for me. But I'll keep doing both of them. So this is Andrew. Be sure to go to beatit.com, cop those drum kits, cop those beats. Always appreciate the support. Means a lot. We also have a Discord. I'll put the link to the Discord down in the description down below. This is Andrew, and I'll see you guys later.